Maria had always been close to her grandmother, who had raised her after her parents' passing. They shared a special bond, and Maria cherished the memories they had made together. But when her grandmother passed away, Maria was devastated. She felt lost and alone, and the grief was overwhelming. As she was sorting through her grandmother's belongings, Maria stumbled upon an old trunk in the attic. It was dusty and worn, but as she opened it, she discovered a treasure trove of memories. There were old photographs, letters, and even a few pieces of jewelry that her grandmother had treasured. As Maria delved deeper into the trunk, she found a small, leather-bound book. It was her grandmother's journal, and as she began to read, she discovered a story she had never known. Her grandmother had grown up during a war, and had lost her own family and home. She had been forced to flee, and had spent years searching for her lost loved ones. Maria was amazed by her grandmother's strength and resilience. She had never known this side of her, and it made her realize how much she had taken for granted. As she continued to read, she discovered that her grandmother had been searching for a brother who had been separated from her during the war. Maria felt a sense of purpose wash over her. She knew she had to find her grandmother's lost brother and bring closure to their family story. She began to research, scouring the internet and talking to family members. And finally, after months of searching, she found him. His name was John, and he was living in a small town just a few hours away. Maria was nervous but excited as she reached out to him, and they began to correspond. They shared stories and memories, and Maria learned more about her family's history than she ever could have imagined. Finally, the day came when Maria and John met in person. They hugged each other tightly, tears streaming down their faces. It was a moment of pure joy, and Maria knew that her grandmother was smiling down on them. From that day on, Maria and John remained close, and she learned to appreciate the sacrifices and struggles that her family had endured. She realized that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, and that love and family can conquer even the greatest of distances. Moral of the story: family is not just about blood ties, but about the love and connection we share with one another. Even in the face of loss and separation, we can find each other again, and create a new sense of belonging and purpose. Sarah and Emily were sisters who had always been close, despite their age difference. Sarah, the older sister, had always looked out for Emily, who had a gentle and kind heart. When Emily was diagnosed with a rare and life-threatening illness, Sarah's world was turned upside down. Without hesitation, Sarah became Emily's primary caregiver, putting her own life on hold to ensure her sister received the best possible care. She took her to doctor's appointments, managed her medication, and even helped her with everyday tasks like bathing and dressing. As Emily's condition worsened, Sarah's sacrifices grew greater. She quit her job to care for her sister full-time, and even moved into a smaller apartment to be closer to Emily's medical team. Despite the challenges, Sarah never complained, and her selflessness inspired others around her. Their neighbors, who had initially been strangers, became like family, offering support and help in any way they could. Emily's medical team was also deeply moved by Sarah's devotion, and they went above and beyond to provide the best care possible. Through her selflessness, Sarah discovered a deeper meaning in life. She realized that her purpose was not just to care for her sister, but to inspire others to do the same. As Emily's condition stabilized, Sarah began volunteering at a local hospice, where she continued to care for others with the same love and compassion she had shown her sister. Emily, who had been watching her sister's selflessness with gratitude, began to recover, and eventually went into remission. She was forever changed by her experience, and she made it her mission to pay it forward, just like her sister had done. Moral of the story: selflessness and unconditional love can inspire others and bring hope to those in need. By putting others first, we can find a deeper meaning in life and make a positive impact on the world around us. How did you like this story? Be sure to tell in the comment section.